In last video, we saw that multiplication operations for C2H point group, and I told you to do little assignment for water molecule or C2V point group. Now same group multiplication table we are going to perform for C3V point group. Okay. Now in last video we did both the methods, Cartesian coordinate method as well as you choose geometry any molecule and you do the drawing for each operation and perform the completion of the table. With that you need to follow certain rules that I mentioned in earlier video also. When there is rotation operation product, then it should end with rotation. Reflection product, then it should end with rotation. This is just to check whether you have done whatever completion of the table will be correct or not. When there is a rotation into reflection product or reflection into rotation, it will end into reflection product. This is just to confirm whether there is a plane or axis of symmetry, just to complete these two symmetries. Now we'll choose C3V point group. All of you know group multiplication table. I'll write in short. Many times I call it as a GMT, that is group multiplication table. Now for C3V point group, example is C3V point group, and for C3V point group, this is the best example, that is ammonia or arsenic hydride or PH3 phosphorus trihydride. Many more we can choose. One of the example is ammonia. H is equal to 6. All of you know that order of the point group. Okay. Now here I am going to perform method that is drawing. That means we have to choose molecular geometry and then we have to do the product of two binary operations and then we have to fill the table. Now for just to save time, I have written this table and we need to complete this table, and most of the time this table will be for 4 marks in net set examination or in our SPPU syllabus. This is for 5 marks to complete the table, and almost 99% times this C3V point group will be by using geometry. And one more one more help for of this table will be next topic we are going to complete, that is collection of the symmetry elements, or we are going to divide these operations into different classes. That time we are going to use this C3V point group. Now start for the GMT, that is group multiplication table for C3V point group. Now this much all of you must know, that is order of the point group is 6. That is how many operations are there in C3V point group? Identity C3, C3 inverse, sigma V1, sigma V2, sigma V3. We have done this when we did point groups, right? Now we have to draw like this table. Okay. Now if you are going to perform operation identity into identity, all of you know it will end into identity. Similarly, C3 into identity, again it will be that identity law we have to perform over here and we have to write that operation. Identity into C31. See, this is first operation and this is second operation. We have to keep in mind while doing product. Okay. So identity into C3 inverse, again this will end into C3 inverse. Identity into sigma V1, all of you know in C3V point group we have 3 sigma V's. Sigma V1, V2 and V3. So V1, here sigma V2 simply, and here sigma V3. Similarly, same operations we can write over here. C3 inverse into identity, it will come C3 inverse. Sigma V1 into identity, sigma V1, sigma V2 and sigma V3, right? So till this it is okay, we can write. Now next operations we need to do binary product. Okay, now I have written over here ammonia example. Again I will give you one hint. Whatever this numbering you want to do it for once only. So whenever you are going to write ammonia molecule or C3V point group, always this will be 1, this will be 3, this will be 2. You can write anything, but just for simplicity or to keep in mind. Okay, now we are going to perform first standard operations. All these operations we are going to perform, all 6 operations. So all of you know, when I will perform identity operation, I'm not going to write over here identity operation, because it will be H1 will be at this position, H3 will be in H2 will be at its position. There is no change. So simply directly I will go for the C3 operation first. So what will happen if there is a C3 operation? Definitely my axis will be this side. This will be a principal axis, and rotation will be like this. All of you know. So if I write nitrogen here, hydrogen, this will come 2, here 1 and here 3. Okay, this is my first C3 operation. On the same molecule, I'll just keep on drawing on the same molecule, because when I'm going to do binary products, I must know what is my standard answer. If I perform C3 inverse, what will be my answer? Okay, now C3 inverse will be reverse of this. So what will be the answer? I mean, what will be the drawing? H. So 3 will come here, 1 will come here, and 2 will come here, right? What about sigma V1? Again, this will be sigma V1. If I'll extend this, this will be sigma V2, and if I'll extend, this will be sigma V3. Okay, on the same molecule, I'll do that also. Sigma V1. So if I perform sigma V1, so whatever the atoms on the plane, those will remain as it is. So 1 will be here, 2 will just exchange with 3. This will be sigma V1. Now I'll perform on this only sigma V2. So what will happen? 2 will remain as it is. 1 and 3 will get exchanged. And here I'll perform sigma V3. Okay, so can you see this? Just check. H3 will be at its position. 1 and 2 will get exchanged. So these are the standard answers. All of you must know this up to this drawing. Then only we can go for the product. That means when I am going to perform C3 and sigma V1 together, I must know what resultant molecule will be, and immediately I can write the answer. So this is very essential. Just pause. Okay. Now we'll choose one example. For example, sigma V1 into C3. If we have to perform, I mean, if we want to get the answer, first we'll write initial molecule over. Okay, H1 3 2 1 3 2 sigma V1. So this H1 and N will remain as it is, and this 2 will exchange. So this is first sigma V1 operation. Then on this molecule we have to perform C3 operation. Okay. So again our principal axis is this one. This will rotate this way. All of you know. So this is our again principal axis, and rotation will be like this C3, and we'll get this. Now what we have to do? Why I have done all this exercise is for this sake. Now if you perform sigma V1, all of you know this is very simple, and then H1 will remain as it is, these two will get exchanged. But next operation in the product, I mean binary product, we have to do next operation on resultant whatever we got. So on this we have to perform C3. Okay. This is again simple. This is the axis principle. I have done rotation clockwise, and end product is this. Now what is next? How to get the answer? Now we have to check this 3, 1 and 2 where we got in standard drawings. So it is here sigma V2. When we perform on this initial molecule sigma V2, if you look at here, we'll get 3, 1 and 2 this answer. So 3, 1, 2. That means on the initial molecule, if I perform sigma V2, I will get this. And this is nothing but this is our answer. So we have to write sigma V2 at the place of this question mark. Okay, here it will come sigma V2. So likewise, we have to complete the table. Okay, and I will just simply write this table, or in the next video, we'll do few operations and we'll continue.